What's up, you guys? I'm just gonna go ahead and take this take this LGD, this dose. Just gonna take 5 milligrams today. Just take another 5 milligrams, you guys. I'm pretty much halfway through the week for this first week. I got about 7.5 more weeks left to go. Um, you're wondering why I'm doing these videos. It's because I'm trying to make a contribution to the Reddit community that has, you know, changed my life. It's a bunch of people online that you get a lot of information from that you don't even really know much about. And I don't know. I just felt like maybe somebody, people may want to watch, you know, what a guy is going through, especially when it's mainly for these PEDs. It's mainly for these SARMs, you guys. Is the reason why I'm doing this, man. And it's my own consistency. It's like a challenge to myself with things, and so that's the main reason why I'm doing um all of these live streams, because I just wanted to show like like when you see like on like I Am Legend, or when you see like a doctor in some sort of movie, The Walking Dead, the doctor's like the only one alive, and he keeps making like documentaries every single day, just talking about what he does. I'm kind of That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Astronaut in space. That's just like, he's talking to himself with a lot of things, and so I guess that's kind of what it is right now. So right after work, uh, I mean, you see the title, you guys. I'm physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted at the moment. So right after work, I went straight to sleep. You know, I just went straight to sleep. Went to sleep at like 6ish, and then I just got up like 30 minutes ago, around midnight. Actually, oh yeah, I got up at like 12:30. Took like a 30-45 minute shower. Just sat there, you guys, and like I'm just exhausted. Just just so tired. You know. I don't think it, and I don't think it has to do too much with the SARMs, or you know uh, anything like that. I think it has to do with just my lifestyle right now. Um, I feel like I've been performing at a high level for years, and like I'm starting to get a little. I just need a little rest. I just quit the fourth job that I had, so it was a part-time job, and so now I'm just working these three full-time jobs, and trying to juggle life, and it's just not easy right now. I'll start with the physical part first, you guys. Physically, I woke up this morning, chest feeling really tight, arms are kind of tight. I feel a little jittery in my joints and stuff like that. Um, I basically just feel like I just worked out really, really hard, which I did the past couple days. You guys, I've been working out like really, really hard, and so my body's starting to react to it. They say that this LGD stuff works pretty quickly, so I don't know. We'll see. But I think if I continue to work out as hard as I've been working out these past few days, and after the end of these 8 to 12 weeks, man, I'm gonna be looking fucking like amazing, you guys. But it's if I could take care of myself, because I'm fucking sleepy. I'm sleep deprived. I feel like my sleep schedule is just almost like non-existent. Almost. I don't know. Like I get up at random times. Like just last night, I woke up at like 1 in the middle of the morning, found the AI thing for Kanye West, and spent 2-3 hours from like 2 to 4 trying to figure out how to do that AI stuff. Then I made a tutorial video on it, and um, I've also been spending the past year studying for real estate. I have my loan license, and I'm about to get my real estate license, you guys, and that shit's not easy. I'm in the Texas area, the DFW area, and this area is blowing up, you guys. Like they say it's the new California. I've been saying this for the past like year or two, man. This is the new California ever since COVID, you guys. This is the place to be, and it's continuing to be the place to be. And I think in the Dallas area, man, it's just gonna continue to get more and more expensive. And so I think that getting my real estate license, I know that getting my real estate license is, it's a very great thing. I don't think I'm gonna get rich off of it by no means, but I think I'll be doing much better than most with this real estate license. It will put me in a certain level of comfort because I'll have insider education, insider knowledge of the housing market, and I'll actually have a access to a network of highly performing people, and so that's the plan. That's why I spent past year trying to study for my real estate license, and so I have my test scheduled 11 days from now. Matter of fact, it's gonna be next Tuesday. So it's fucking exciting, you guys. I'm gonna still try to spend the little time I have, at least trying to brushing up on studying for my real estate license, and hopefully that by the time I take the exam, I could just do a one and done, pass it. So all that has been on my mind lately. I'm trying to, ever since like the Kevin Samuels and the red pill stuff, you guys, I got introduced to that stuff around 2018, and it was actually Exotic Aries, the girl that I've been with for you know since 2018, you guys, and she introduced me to so many great things in life, like I am who I am today, like I'm partially like a lot due to her, and I give her the credit for that. I try to give her as much credit as I can when it comes to these types of things. And um, one of the things that, like, you see the library behind me, like this, that little like bookcase, you guys. I've read at least like all the way through at least over 50% of those books there, man. I've put my time. I've put my time into like making myself mentally preparing myself, and now physically and even financially, I'm trying to like I'm trying to do it all, man. I'm answering the call. Jack Donovan talked about it in The Way of Men. It's like, especially in 2023, men don't answer the call. We don't answer the call, and some do. And when we do, there's just not a lot of support out there. It's like when you want it from the girls, there will be girls there to give you support, but it's always limited. And I'm not asking for, you know, the perfection, but I think a lot of people expect perfection from us, from guys. They say that they don't, but it's like, I mean, when you what do you like how is it not perfection? It's close, it's close to perfection. And here's the deal. It's like reading Rollo Tomasi, reading The Way of Men, reading David Duetta, whatever the fuck his name is, man. Reading all these books, I understand a lot about men and I understand a lot about women. And it's like Jordan Peterson talked about this too, he said that it's a great thing that women are hypergamous. It makes men better. If the the most beautiful women were always choosing the slobbiest of men, there would be no motivation for men to be better. At least the majority of men, there'd be no reason, because if you could just get sex, if you can just get anything and everything you want as a guy, there's no building of the world. That duty is already taken from girls, right? They're the ones that can, like, they don't have to necessarily build physically the way that we do. They build socially, they build familially wise, they build emotionally, they build spiritually. We also do the same things too, but there's a certain degree. And see, that's the thing. It's like, fuck, you want us to be physically amazing. You want us to be financially amazing. You also want us to be spiritually there. You want us to be familially there. You want us to be socially there. You want us to be emotionally there. You want us to mentally, like, it's every fucking thing, you guys. And it's just so it's training. It's training. Because when you want to be sensitive, when you want to open up your mind, when you want to open up your emotions, you want to articulate the things that you're going through, it's knuck up, toughen up. It's you're being selfish. Oh, get over yourself. You're full of yourself. It's like fuck, you know. And then when you want to say that, oh, you're actually going through things like man, it's so I'm physically exhausted right now. I try to get up around 5:45, 6 o'clock every morning, so that I can get up, change the litter box, feed the cats. I can do the things that I want to do. Luckily, the first job that I got right now is it's another moderation job for some AI bots, and it's really chill. It's really chill. We quite honestly haven't really done much of anything for the past like 10 days, and it's cool. Um, Given the work line of work that I'm doing, you guys, it's actually amazing because I'm able to truly keep tabs on the development of AI. It's fucking crazy, right? It's really wild, man. This first job, where I can't talk too much about it, but let's just say one of the biggest search engines in the fucking world. They contracted the company that I'm working for, and so I'm a contractor for one of the biggest search engines in the fucking world, and so we're seeing them scramble to catch up to the leading sources of AI and stuff like that right now, and even just seeing the capabilities. I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys. I'm actually dreaming. I just had a dream about fucking AI. Like in my dream, I was thinking about starting a business, and I can't really remember too much of it, but I just remember that I needed to write letters of recommendations. I needed to write letters of something, and in my mind, I was like, I could just use the AI bot. I can outsource all this stuff and write these letters, and just literally just use ChatGPT 4 to write out these letters, write out these rubrics and stuff like that. And that's absolutely going to happen later on in life. I just don't know with what. Maybe it was with real estate. I can't really remember the dream too much, but you know, the capabilities of this AI shit is I Am Legend is here. I Robot is fucking here. I just hope that the powers that be who control this shit really take the movies that we've watched seriously, because at this rate, you guys, man, if they take the capabilities of Bard, of Chat GPT 4, of Bing Chat, all these AIs, if they put these into fucking like like humanoid robots, you guys, these things, and bro, it's damn near over. These chatbots have the answers to everything, you guys, and so it's like it's. I'm not here to talk about this AI shit for real. It's once again, it's really to just kind of talk about like everything that you know, um, kind of going through with this cycle right now. And I don't think it's the SARMs messing with my hormones and making me sensitive and making me like sad and depressed, you guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure it does, but it's only been 3 days with this. I spent 3 months like cycling off of it. I haven't taken anything like that. So, and then quite honestly, some of these issues have been things that I've been working on for the past, like, I mean, I've been having these kind of issues for the past like years, you guys. And so, if you're thinking it's the SARMs messing with your emotions or anything like that, I don't think it is. At least not me right now. I mean, I'm sure it has something to do with it, but not right now, you guys. So that's the physical part. Mentally, I'm mentally exhausted because I feel like I'm having to balance 25 million things right now. Like I told you, I've been studying for my real estate license. I'm juggling three full-time jobs all at this exact same time. I just had a fourth job. I'm still planning for the future. I'm trying to keep my my finger on the pulse of society and America and the world. I'm watching what's happening around the world. I'm trying to get my passport. I'm paying attention to my family. My mom and sister going through things, you guys, and you know, I'm trying to put myself in a good position financially to meet the demands of people around me, and it frustrates me, you guys. It fucking frustrates me because I feel like, like, it's not that I just need help. I need someone to perform like this with me. I need someone to answer this fucking call with me. It reminds me of The Walking Dead when Rick killed Shane. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Shane was about to fucking kill Rick, but damn, after Shane was gone, man, all of that pressure just was on Rick. At least the two of them were able to share the burden of responsibility. You said Halo Payton is tough wearing many hats, exhausting. Well, you got so many hands to juggle, so many things, outsource it matters, man. You're so fucking right, you guys. It's about that leveraging, and it's like it's it is tough, and at least coming from my position, I don't know if you can relate or anyone can relate listening to this. I know, like me, like I was born in California, but my mom took us to back to Missouri. So I raised most of my life in the fucking country. What I thought that Texas was, actually Missouri was that. It was the fucking country, and it was like we were in the hood too, man. Like country hood. That's that's the poorest of the poorest you can fucking get for the most part in America, you guys. And so like I didn't have shit out there, man. Like, and so I don't the people that are in my life, my family, I don't think we come from good stock for the most part. And so, once again, this isn't anyone else's problem. This is just mine, and I'm sure other people can relate to it. But it's like if you don't have family members or other people that are performing highly alongside you, you're pretty much doing this shit by yourself. And it's like going back to the metaphor, the example I gave about Walking Dead when Rick killed Shane, man, they went to the prison and Rick is fucking going crazy. And I don't feel like I feel like I'm not going crazy yet, but god damn it, I feel like I'm snapping, I'm snappy, I'm very highly reactive. I'm like sensitive. I feel like my needs aren't getting met. I feel like my a lot of needs that I've wanted to have for a long time I just haven't been met. But they've also been met in other ways, and so like that goes to the emotional aspect as well, man. And so I feel like I try to step away from doing this content, this manosphere, red pill, women are bad, men are bad. I try to step away from the gender dynamics commentary because it's exhausting, man. It's like, where are the answers at? You know, I thought the answer was preparing myself, and I still feel like I'm much better off knowing what I know now and actually taking the quote unquote red pill, reading all those books because I've developed such a fucking like drive that nobody can take it away from me. But it's it's scary because after 4 to 5 years of reading that shit, you guys, like I feel it to be more true than ever now. It's like they say in the Bible, God cast Adam and Eve and told Adam to work the fields for the rest of his life. And that is what the male burden of performance is. It's to embrace the fact that you're a fucking workhorse for the most part. But it's like we're not, we have emotions, we have feelings, we have desires, and it's like it's weird. You're not supposed to have that. Society says, "Oh, you're supposed to feel. Toxic masculinity. You need to start actually, you know, being emotional. You're supposed to feel and stuff like that." Yeah, when you actually do it, where the fuck are the people at, man? When you actually do it, nobody listens to you for the most part. When you actually do it, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not used to these damn cats, man. It's like I don't think society nowadays are actually used to men being fucking like open, man. It's like, and it may be just a me thing, you know. Who am I though? I'm only 28, you know, been through life, you know. I knew life before the internet, you know. I knew life before social media. I had friends before text messages and shit like that, you guys. Like there was a time before all this shit, you know, and life was definitely a lot less complex than it is today. But one thing that I can say that millennials and Gen Z and, you know, Gen Alpha, what we have is the like, okay, before the internet we had books to look at the lives of people who lived before us. We could learn the things that they did. We could learn from the mistakes that they made. They spent their life doing whatever and they put it in books. That was the way to read. Now we can go to YouTube, we can go to TikTok, we can go to the internet or blog posts, and we can look up what a 50, 60, 70 year old. We have tremendous, ample resources for men and women to tell you the mistakes that they wish that they didn't make, you know, the mistakes that they made in their life, and we can do better. But it's like, with all this information, who do you follow? What is the proper right advice? How do you judge that? How do you judge something is the right advice? Is it because of your feelings? Is it because of, you know, I think it's personally all based off of results. I think it's based off of being able to fucking have a foresight. You've got to, people don't have the ability to think 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future, fucking 15 years in the future. Granted, life is moving at a very fast fucking pace, and there's so many different things that are always getting implemented into fucking society, you guys. Like, I think about it like this, man. Just in my apartment over here, man, the little like 8, 13 year olds, they're dancing all over the place, learning how to do the sturdy, you know. They have so many more things that they have to learn in order to properly integrate into society to make them feel special than we ever did. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to. It was fun learning how to swag surf. It was fun to learn how to do this crank that soldier boy. It was fun to do the fucking stanky leg. It wasn't a necessity. Now it's a necessity to have your fucking TikTok, your Instagram, and, you know, just to be somebody. And if you don't have those things, you're depressed. Society, like, I know this because I have a 16-year-old sister. You know, she's been going through it. I've been watching it, and it's like, you know, it's like shit is authenticity is losing it's a dying breed. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's doing everything for clout. Everybody's doing everything for the views, for the, and it goes back to me talking about, you know, performing so highly. It's like, when you're the only one doing this shit, and the people around you aren't accustomed to you, like, as a guy, I feel like a fucking animal, you know. It's like I feel like a fucking subhuman. I was talking about this with my cousin. I feel like majority of women look at us like fucking subhumans. We don't have emotions, we don't have feelings. We're just expected to do things. We're just expected to be everything. So going back to now covering the emotional aspect, you guys, I've been, and I don't know if she's gonna be watching this or not. And if she is, like, I feel like it's a crime for me to even say I love you. You know, I feel like it's a crime to even say that. Like, it's I'm manipulative for even telling a girl that I love her. I'm manipulative for even telling her that, like, I it's because then the response is, well, if you loved me, you'd be doing this. If you love me, well, how about this? Why are you doing this? And it's like, none of what I just said before matters. It's not the fact that I'm juggling 4 jobs. It's not the fact that I'm also exercising, trying to get the fucking physical prowess. That it's not that I'm trying to plan for the future. It's not that I'm making myself look, I'm rising up in social class. It's not the pressures of that's possibly affecting my emotion. No, no, not at all. I'm supposed to just have that done because so many other guys have it all together, right? This is what the, you said, Halo Payne, you said we're humans. Our complexities are not easily defined, especially when it comes to what people expect us as men. That was so well put. God, man. Like, I'm curious how old you are. What if, like, how? Like, wow, that was very, very well put. We are humans, but it's I'm not gonna make it a race thing, but this is something that I can I can relate to because most people people experience me as a black man. My dad is Hispanic, my mom is black. I was raised by my black side of the family for majority of my life. I haven't even really seen my my dad's side of the family. They're in California, and I could tell you is like when you say we're humans, our complexities are easily defined, are not easily defined, especially when it comes to what people expect of us as men. People expect certain things when you're black or Asian or even white, your race. And when you are not the stereotype, it's hard for people to understand you. The openness, the openness of the minds that a lot of people say that they have really get put to the test when you are of a different kind than, what the majority is. He said, "Black man, trust me, you get it." Thank you for saying that, man. It's like, for instance, right? Talking the way I do. I don't know if you talk this way too. There's something called code switching, man. And it's why I love watching. I used to love watching RDC World because, they were able to blend, like, in Caleb City too. They were able to blend black culture with other cultures, and it's like, you know, I I could say I could be hood, I could be gangsta, shit like that when I want to, but it's like, why? There's no, what I mean. You When I think about it, it's really like a defense mechanism because when you come from fucking rough shit, man, you gotta build a tough exterior. And I'm not gonna lie, man, like when you like that shit built you up, man. If you come from that shit, bro, you were solid. There's a reason why some people don't get robbed. I used to work, man, bro, like I worked with several white guys, Mexican guys, other guys. They're like, man, I've been robbed, man. And I'm like, never in my fucking life. God forbid, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because, bro, you don't, you can't be soft in this fucking world like this. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, people want you to like be open and vulnerable. It's like, what the fuck? What do you want? How do you expect this shit to manifest? You want a motherfucker to be everything, but then we can't have emotions, we can't have feelings, we can't like, and so the complexities that people are unable to see get translated as you're full of yourself. It gets translated as toxic masculinity. It gets translated as you're just immature. You just don't. And it's like, what the fuck? I don't know what I need. Back to the emotional thing, man. I told my girl, like, because, we've been talking for 5 years, man. And when I first met her, I actually was getting out of my own relationship for 3 years. I've spent the past 7 6 7 years in long-term relationships, and you know I know that's unpopular nowadays, but I've always kind of been like that guy, man. I've always wanted to have like connection with women. I've always wanted that. It's but at the same time, I still want to just have fucking sex sometimes. It's like, and it's a crime to have sexual desires as a guy. Sometimes it's like, fuck, you know. You don't always. I can't always just hang out with the hoes, right? You get the sex, but you don't get the emotionalism. Like for girls, a lot of girls that, and this is probably just a me thing, right? Maybe I just haven't come across those types of women, but the thing for me is that what a Belle Biv DeVoe say? Never trust a big waist and a pretty face or some shit like that, man. That's what it is, bro. A lot of very very beautiful girls are fucking spoiled, expired internally. Like, I'm not here to brag anything like that, but I'm a good looking guy. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, I've been with those girls, and it's like you only get sex. That's all you get. But once again, we're fucking humans. And this is the part where when you actually get a woman that is can kind of see you as a human, when you can actually get a woman who has more to bring to the table besides sex, then when the sex is an issue, it can't, it can't live. Like, it's like you can either choose to have a sexually fulfilling life and little to no attachment, little to no brain, or you get the brain, you get the internally, you get the depth of a very full, personable woman, but then the sex is just like a problem. I told her that I'd spend the rest of 2023 not having sex. And when we first got together, that's how I told her that was the issue. I was like, look, man, my ex, she I she she wanted me to be her boyfriend, but we weren't having sex. I was telling her left and right, like, yo, I need I'm not feeling loved. I'm not feeling satisfied. But you expect me to do this for you? I can. I will. But where do I get my shit at? I feel like a lot of women want you to they want you to do what they want you to do. They want you to be the way that they expect things to be. Relationship with no sex. And I call myself, and the thing about it is that this is it sounds like a friendship to me. That's exactly the reason that's the issue I have with my last ex, is, and that's what I told her. I was like, I'm like a friend. You want me to be there emotionally for you. You want me to spend the money on you. You want me to spend my time on you. And like, I genuinely cared about her, and she didn't care at all. I'd pulled out a letter that she wrote to me. She said, you know, uh I should have gave you more head in our relationship, yada 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 yada, whatever, man. And like, the last time I talked to her, she called me. She was like, I saw a YouTube video that you did about me. You need to take that down because my new boyfriend's a lawyer. I could put you in a lawsuit. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? If you want me to take it down, why don't you just call me and just say that shit? Why you gotta threaten this shit here? Like, this is ridiculous. She's like, oh, I thought that I just wanted things to be better. What the fuck you mean? You call me saying threatening a lawsuit with your new boyfriend? What the fuck? I just don't understand it sometimes. And it's like, you I tell you what I need. You don't give it. And then you have a problem when there's other issues. So this, I call myself being a very honorable person by trying to go a year without sex, where I'm someone as a very sexual guy that, like, I desire it. I've It's been an issue for the majority of my life because I didn't want to be the hoe. I didn't want to be the man hoe. I didn't want to. And then I realized later on, I was like, man, you know what? I should have just did that shit. I should have just did it. Should have just did it. I should have just did it. Should have just went, fucked all the girls that said, that they I should have just did that shit, because it's like, it's not enough. I can't be the guy that's getting my real estate license. I can't be the guy that's making six figures. Like, I'm doing all that shit. I can't be the guy that's also exercising. I can't be the guy that's a family guy. I can't be the guy that's also reading, that dabbles into fine arts. I can't be the guy that, like, I do all that, and then it's like, when it comes to sex, it's, oh, well, if you want these sexual experiences, well, then go find it. I'm not here for you. I'm not gonna be there for you. As a I can People are talking about the sneako moist critical thing, and I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm any better than any of these guys, man. There was a point where I told the girl, I was like, because she was really religious and she wanted to do the marriage thing and stuff like that, and it's like, I try to tell her, I'm like, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind getting married. I think it's a beautiful thing, especially the way that, community property is passed down, especially when it comes to, like, protection from, like, the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, society is built for couples. It's not built for singles. Singlehood is a financial trap. Being single is only okay if you're fucking rich and you already have a very healthy community around you. But if you don't have those things, unfortunately, you've got to. And if you want a family, if you want to like think about the Rockefellers, if you've watched Game of Thrones, think about family structure and how like shit survives when you're dead. There's got to be something that can survive after you're gone. And so when it comes to those types of things, it takes putting your desires and duty first, putting desires on the back, putting duty first. But goddamn it, sometimes you've got to indulge in those desires in order to keep on this fucking journey of discipline. It's like when you're on a diet, you can't reasonably eat nothing but fucking unseasoned chicken and salad for the rest of your life. Now, if you've been built and raised on that, sure, right? You can do that. But goddamn, you gotta have some cookies every now and then. Goddamn, you gotta have a little ice cream, frozen yogurt every now and then. You know what I'm saying? So I think about this when it comes to relationships. It's like, and I'm gonna go back to the Sneeko thing. Like Sneeko, people were most critical was dogging Sneeko for being a cuck and shit like that. And I don't necessarily agree with that either. But I actually proposed that at like 3-4 years ago to this girl because I was like, cheat days, the day to look to. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's. I think of it more of as maintenance. It's maintenance, operating costs. Like working from home, this shit, you guys, this shit right here, man. Like this is mentally fucking exhausting. This shit is mentally exhausting. It looks cool from the front. It looks cool, like you know what I'm saying. But this shit is exhausting, man. And so my maintenance cost is my fucking weed. It's weed, it's liquor, and it's sex every now and then, right? But I call myself trying to be honorable by putting one of my major desires on the back burner to show the woman that like I care more about you than I do about just having sex like that. But it's still it's very important. And I'm at a loss, man. I don't know what to do because it's it's like I don't mind if she were to go have sex with other guys. She's not able to get the mental deep exploration, the affection, quote unquote, from me the way that she would like. I can't give the affection that I desire because it turns me on to get affection and shit like that. And if I can't have sex, then it's like you're dangling meat in front of me. You're dangling meat in front of a hungry lion. Like what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. And so it's an issue, but we can come to terms. I can compensate for that, right? I can do that. And the reason why I said is not that I don't mind that you go have sex with the guys. It's just that I understand we have desires. I can't do everything. I can't give it all. And so if I were to say, you as a woman, right? You've been there. I can sit here and tell you to your fucking eyes what you've done for me, what I appreciate for you. Can you do the same to me? Can you do the same for me? Can you look me in my eyes and tell me specific things that I've done for you that you appreciative of? What does it mean that I've done those things for you? What does it mean that no other guy has given those to you? What I feel like it is like, oh, well, you're just another fucking guy. I can get this from another guy out there. It's not, you're a one of a kind guy. That's the way I look at girls. I'm like, you're a one of a kind girl. If I like you, if I love you, you're one of a kind. There's only you. But a lot of girls look at you like I can just get another guy. Look at all these other girls that I see on social media. They're living in healthy relationships. They're living in how many, like, what the fuck are you talking about? These same girls you look up to also put makeup on themselves all day, all the fucking time. They don't even wear their natural hair. What I'm saying is that they put a facade. They put their quote unquote best self out there for people to see. They don't show you a lot of times the real shit that they're going through. They don't show. So it's like you're judging the life that you could lead from women who aren't upfront and honest about themselves and their lives. But I'm pessimistic for talking about that. I'm manipulative. I'm a negative person for bringing that up. No, it's not. You know what? You actually kind of care. No, it's not that. right? It's not that at all. You can't. No, it's, oh, you're negative. Oh, you're manipulative. Oh, you're full of yourself. Oh, you think you're this. You think you're that. And I'm not saying that she said anything, any of these things. This like the tone that it is often, and it's like I tell her, it's like, of course I wouldn't want to see you getting dogged, fucking donkey fucked. I wouldn't want to see you give head to another guy. I wouldn't want to see you do that. That's what killed me from my last relationship. And for me to even say that to this new girl that I love even more than I did my ex, I feel like that's fucking like, what else? What more can you what more? What more can you do you want? What more? What more? I do more than a lot of your family members, and I'm not even just talking about her. I'm like, for a lot of girls that I've ever had in my life, I've done more than a lot of your family members have done for you. I've done more than any other guys have really done for you. I've put the fucking money up. I've cash, like thousands. Are you kidding me? And so, it's like it's it's like how come you can't do the same for me? I love you. I've shown you that I loved you. But when it comes to physical desires, this is why guys don't want to get married for the most part. And then when the people do get married and shit like that, I'm always wondering, when is the expiration date? That should not be the thing these days. When I see new people my age get married, I'm like, okay, how long are they gonna last this time? That's fucked up. You know why? It's because there's such a warped relationship with men. We are not real full humans. We're supposed to accept women in their sexuality. We're supposed to accept women in their emotional stuff. Women can actively do different things in the workplace than we can. But oh, it's a man's world. Which men? What? It's not my world. I'm not living. What the fuck? It's a man's world. Oh, it's a man's world. What the fuck are you talking about? What men? Whose men's world is it? The average woman lives a much better life, can do whatever the fuck she want more than the average man can. It seems more of like a woman's world to me. You said thought about open relationship or polygamy? Yeah, I thought about it, and I don't want it. The reason why I don't want an open relationship or polygamy is because here's actually the thing about it. If I were to fall in love emotionally, personally with a woman, it'd have to be me and her first. She would have to already be like sexually like open for those types of things. Because what I thought, listening to Kevin Samuels, reading all of Shahrazad Ali's books, Shahrazad Ali says, as a man, what you should be doing, especially if you want a black woman, is you need to understand that she doesn't have the proper like mentality to be like a good wife. She said this, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's not necessarily her fault. I think about anime. Let's think about anime, for instance. Black culture loves Japanese culture right now. When we see the anime, we look at senpai, sensei, look at all these terms of endearment. Look at the relationship that the Japanese girls have with their guys. It's the nerdy guy that gets the all the bad chicks. It's the guy you don't expect that gets all the bad girls, man. And those girls, there's nothing but feminine to them. This is in Japanese culture. They're white. They're Japanese. We don't have that for black guys. There is not a single anime, movie, show, anything like that comes close to showing the dynamic of Japanese women, the way that Japanese women are with their men. None of that. We don't have that equivalent for black women and black men. It's never a black woman doing anything remotely close to what we see these animes do for their men. And every culture has this except for the black culture. Maybe in the African culture, maybe in some Nollywood movies, but god damn it, you guys, even like Nollywood, Bro, even in Africa, they're more westernized. They're as westernized as black women are in America. That it doesn't exist. Women, black women don't know how to look at us the way that other races of women look at their men. They can look at their men with love, appreciation, femininity. Not I, not us. We're a problem, or we're immature, or we're just not enough, or we're toxic. That's what it is. Black people love Japanese culture. Black girls love this anime shit now. They love it. They love K-pop. They love everything except for the. It's not just about sex. I think about my mom, man. She's going through things. For the most part, every person loves their mom if they've had one. If you've watched The Boys, Homelander, the guy that's like Superman, spoiler alert, one of the biggest problems about Homelander is that he just was never raised with a mom. And so his son is being raised with the mom, and everyone thinks it's important that his mom is there. And his mom is lying to him. His mom is still just putting blinders over his face. His mom is still not telling him the full fucking truth. Mother, that feminine energy is important, man. And it's like when you're jumping off the porch, it's so like as guys we don't want to admit it, but we like damn we there's got to be another woman in your life that can replace or at least be similar to the love that your own mother can give to you. We've got to have a home base. You've got to have a fucking home base. Drinks milk, which symbolizes desire for connection, for a mother's attention. Exactly. And since he doesn't have it, he's fucking cold. He doesn't have. It's hard for him to connect emotionally with other people. He desires that connection for a mother's love. And so, as guys, if like we're not getting that. You can't always get that from your mother for the rest of your life. You're a mother. What is it? Another social convention to shame men. You're a mother. Oh, you're just a mother's boy. Oh, you're a mother's boy. Oh, you're emotional, shit like that. No, you know what? If I don't have that connection, if I don't have that love from another woman, that feminine energy, guess what? I'm a cold motherfucker. I'm a cold, heartless motherfucker. And that's what is popular. That's what you want us to be. That's what you like. God damn it. And this is where, like, as women, I don't understand why women don't. If women want to succeed, all they have to do is listen to guys. Just listen to what the guys are talking about. God damn it, you can get what you want. How many women listen to Kevin Samuels and said, Kevin, you've changed my life. Even if they wanted to fucking manipulate us, if you listen to what the guys are talking about, you can get what you want as a woman in this fucking life. Look at just pearly things, man. If I were a girl these days, I'd be rich as fuck. I promise you on God, I'd be rich. On everything, I'd be rich. Men want women that understand them, even if it's fake, even if it's a lie. Why do you think strip clubs are so popular? Yes, to look at ass. Yes, to look at, but God damn it, even if it's a fucking lie, men are willing to spend thousands for it. But you want us to be Homelander. You want us to fight crime. You want us to save the fucking world for you. You want me to always be pristine. I have to always be professional. I have to always do this. I have to save you, but God damn it, I can't have any emotions. He loved that Nazi woman. He loved that Nazi woman. You remember that episode, that one where fucking the light bright chick, man, she literally killed her, and he had to stand on stage with the woman that killed the woman he loved, and he had to pretend like it was okay. Game of Thrones, The Unsullied. I don't know if you remember that episode in The Unsullied where One of the Unsullied went to one of the brothels, the prostitutes, right? Instead of having sex, he said he wanted the woman, he just laid down. All he wanted was to have just have like a feminine touch, someone to hold him. The Unsullied, he didn't have a dick. Their dicks got chopped off. They're heartless. In order to be an Unsullied, one of the things that you had to do was take a newborn baby from a mother's arms and kill the baby in front of the mother. That's how you become an Unsullied. And he went to a brothel just to get the love and affection of a fucking whore, a prostitute. That to me was so important, overlooked by so many people that watch Game of Thrones. What that shows is that even the hardest of fucking men still desire affection at some sort of level. We're not just fucking like animals. Head over heels for her. The sex was extreme that they had, though. Yes, it was, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that is a way to get. I have cats, man. I have these cats. If you've ever tried to breed animals, you really see we're not much different than animals. We are animals. The only thing is that we're fucking smart and we have a community. We were socialized. We're not much different than fucking animals, man. And it's like, I'm gonna keep at it though. I'm gonna keep at it. I'm gonna keep going. I might even go to the gym after this. You know, I got my real estate license to gotta study for this thing. I'm about to take it on the 11th, and I'm gonna still get into investing and all that shit. We're a lot different than animals. See, Kingdom Light, where are you getting this from? What makes you think we're much different than animals? What separates us from animals? Community. We can build structure. We have the ability to be self-aware. We can acknowledge the thoughts that we're having. But it's the fact that you keep thinking it's people like you that actually spread misinformation out here in the world. This people like you that actually are contributing to the dysfunction of society because you think we're so much more different than animals. We're not. We're not much different than animals. We are self-aware. We are. How the fuck did all this shit come about? Are you kidding me? What the fuck is a phone made out of? It's made out of raw materials from the fucking planet. We weren't just born put on the planet with fucking phones. No, this shit came from building it up from nothing. We came from cavemen, if you want to believe in that shit, right? Right? If you believe in evolutionism, and even if you don't believe in evolutionary, if you're some religious person, right, and you believe that we came onto the planet like God just put us here and we're already completed. Okay, well, let's at least look back 200 years, right? Right? Look back 200 years. Cars are changed, right? Cars. God damn it, we have electric cars now. We got cars that drive themselves. 50 years ago, that didn't exist. Evolution happens. You said you don't know what I'm spreading, bro. I didn't come here to attack you. My bad, man. I'm sorry if I came off on you like that. But it's like, you made a statement, you're expressing your opinion. I don't believe in no caveman shit or no evolution. We're divine beings of extraterrestrial origins beyond time and space. That is a fact. See, this is the thing right here. You think it's a fact. If it's a fucking fact, then explain what I just said. Explain the years of progression that happened. Explain the 1800s. Explain the 1700s. Explain the 1600s. Explain fucking medieval times. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense with what you're saying. Evolution happens. We change. We're changing. If you think that humans today are the same that we were hundreds of years ago, why do you think that they say the generation before the boomers were the greatest generation ever? Why do they say why is soy boy a thing? Why is that a thing nowadays? Because we're fucking different. Look at Gen Z, look at Gen Alpha. They're different. We're different. We change. We evolve. You're sitting here trying to talk about evolution. Here's the deal. The purpose, the whole point of what I was saying is that animals, we are not much different than animals. The thing that separates us from animals is our ceiling for fucking unlimited potential. We are limitless. We are still animals. We still have desires. We still have the urge to reproduce. We're fucking animals. We are a Homo sapien animal. Go try to breed some fucking animals and see the similarities between us and the way that we operate with other men and women. This is the problem with men and women these days. You want to think that you're not much different, that you don't let your animal instincts, you think you're 100% will. You think that everything you do is because of your willpower? No. Why the fuck are you not in shape all the way? Why the fuck are you not rich? Why the fuck are you not doing the right things that you should be doing? Because we have a subconscious, we have things that control us. We're not always here. We're not always in control. We're not much different. It's just that little bit of sentient consciousness is so fucking powerful that we can build this stuff, man. It's so that little bit of self. Have you ever talked to a person have you ever had an argument with somebody and in the middle of the argument, the person's like, you're right. I was wrong. That moment of clarity in the middle of an argument diffuses everything. That moment of consciousness is so fucking powerful. That's what I'm saying. That little bit of consciousness that we have, our willpower, is that strong. This is your channel. You're expressing, just like comment sections, just expressing. You're right, man. I mean, you're right. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. Read the book called Influence by Robert Cialdini. I don't know if you're black. I don't know if you're white. Regardless of what race you are, in today's 2023, people don't read books anymore. White, black, Asian, whatever. People just don't read books anymore. You just go on TikTok, you go to YouTube. Nobody reads books. Robert Cialdini. Guy spent 50 years as a fucking PhD, like sociologist, you guys. There used to be studies on people. I'm indigenous American. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means anymore these days, man. I'm sorry, man. Are you Native American? Are you one of the black people that believe that they're Indians? Like, I don't understand. Indigenous American, regardless though, whatever your race is, books. You've got to read books, man. Robert Cialdini by Influence. That book tells you that we are not as sentient and conscious as we want to say we are. Marketing, there are courses in marketing because it works. Things work for a reason. There's a formula for social media nowadays because it works. Like, do you know what subliminal messaging is? Have you ever taken a course on advertising? We are not that conscious. What I'm trying to tell you is that, and if you listen to Jordan Peterson, if you like, come on, man, I'm not just somebody that like just spewing on my ass. I'm actually drawn from very credible sources of information. Jordan Peterson talks about this too. If you've ever listened to his biblical lectures, he's a Christian person too. He ties religion in actual like practicality. He understands that we are also animals who are, this is what Jordan Peterson says. If you don't want to take it from me, right? And Robert Greene says this. We are animals first with the goal of becoming human. You are an animal first and your goal is to become more human. Think about hood motherfuckers. Think about people who are uncivilized. Have you ever been around rich people? I'm not talking about people who are new millionaires. I'm not talking about that shit. No, I'm talking about families who have been generationally rich. They're different. They move different. They talk different. They're different. They're human. They're more human. The closer you are to uneducation, the closer you are to not knowing. Listen, you want to talk about this Bible stuff, you guys. Listen, you guys. What about this? The apple, right? The apple of knowledge, forbidden knowledge. What happened when they ate that apple? They became aware of themselves. And then the collapse of humanity, if you want to say that, right? Tower of Babel. Humans thought that there were gods. Our consciousness, being able to understand who you are, separates you from an animal. You're not just an animal that can be told what to do anymore. You have a degree of self awareness. They became aware of their nakedness. They became aware of their nakedness. Watch I'm telling you, watch Jordan Peterson's biblical lectures. His videos are like hours long, so I know you may not have the a time or even the attention span to listen to him, but listen to his biblical lectures all the way through. He will explain it much better than I can, you guys. It's that awareness of nakedness that reproduces into other areas of awareness. Awareness is education. If you are aware, okay, let's go back to school, you guys. Have you heard about the frog experiment? They stopped doing that because society's different. They did that more back like when our moms and our dads were alive because animal abuse, right? PETA law, shit like that, you guys. What in science and biology they would do is every student would pair up, they would get a frog and they would put the frog in a pot. What they would do is that they're in a pot of water, right? You're in a pot of water, which is why I was saying we are not animals, but we were told to have dominion over animals. This is the thing, though. This is what you're not understanding. There's 8 billion people on this planet. Education to become different, to become a true, real human, is still gate kept. You need to think about if there's anything that you can get from this. If you can just, yes, I know you can have biblical references and still pair it with intellect and practical knowledge. They're not different. Here's the thing, man. A lot of people want to take religious works as fact. I'm not here to debate whether or not it's fact or not. What I'm here to tell you is that one thing is for sure is that humans have been here for thousands of years, and that religion, these doctrines of religion, come from a true space of understanding from human history. You're not religious, which animals cannot do. I'm not religious. Oh, God. So why are you having such a hard time understanding what I'm talking about? If you're not religious, why are you having such a hard time understanding that we are animals first and we've became more human? When you see hood shit, what do you think of? What did they look like? When you see people doing some stupid, wild shit, when you look at mosh pits, when you look at shit, what do you see? I see fucking animals. People acting like animals. Have you ever seen red? Have you ever been so mad? Have you ever let yourself be a fucking beast? I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna their lower self. What the fuck is your lower self? What is that? How is that not another term? Listen, okay. How about this? I'll go more of an intellectual route. Here's another thought experiment, another paradigm of thought. Huna. It's a Hawaiian religion, right? Religion for the natives in Hawaii. They used to worship Huna. Not anymore because we're in 2023. Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, and those are the main things that everyone is. Huna is one of those long lost religions. In Huna, there were 3 parts of yourself. There's your superconscious, your conscious, and then your subconscious. Your conscious is your immediate self right now. It's the part of you that can decide on what words to say. It's the part of you that can decide on what actions to take. Your superconscious is the part of you that has the desire to be better. It's the part of you that gives you divine inspiration. It's the part of you that that tells you, okay, maybe you shouldn't do this. It's your intuition, right? It's your superconscious. It's your higher self. Your subconscious, which a lot of people want to also talk about as your lower self. Your subconscious is actually your emotions, right? Your subconscious is the part of you that when you were a kid, you experienced a lot of things. You may not have had the words, you may not have had the understanding to understand the things that you were going through, but your subconscious takes your experiences and it puts it in a place and it tries to protect you. That's what your subconscious is. In Huna, there are three parts to yourself that need to be in alignment and work with themselves so that you can truly be self aware of yourself and truly work with yourself. I agree the lower self is animalistic, but that doesn't mean we're animals. That is all. We are divine beings having a human experience. Not everyone is a divine being, though. That is another conversation. That was good, man. I'm not gonna lie. That was very well said. And I'm not trying to be like confrontational or anything like that, but I would also, I'm also, what does divine mean? This let's actually look up what does divine mean. Let, because I think a lot of people conflate divine divinity with benevolence, and that's I don't think that they're the same thing. The state of quality of being divine, divine, of from or like God or a God, divine. So I agree with what the majority of what you're saying. I'm not here to deter your point. Divine is godly, hence seeking to do right. But what about other gods, right? Wasn't so Lucifer wasn't is Lucifer's not a god, right? What about okay, so what about in other religions where they're Hades, the god of hell, the god of Shiva, god of destruction, right? In Western, you said you're a Native American, right? Indigenous American. So you more than likely have more of a Western ideology that you derive most of your thoughts from. In other cultures, like in India and stuff like that, gods aren't just divine and benevolent. Gods are also destructive. Gods are also negative, can bring pain and hatred and shit like that. No, Lucifer references to a man. Christianity made Lucifer and Satan into the whole hell thing. What I'm trying to say is like, okay, so divine, the Google, the Webster Merriam definition on the Oxford dictionary is of or from or like God or a god. In Western ideology, God is synonymous with divinity, with benevolence, with doing the right thing, with always doing the right thing, being better, all of that stuff. But God in other cultures also mean just something that is just not like a human, right? Oh boy. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you want to say we are divine beings, everyone is divine. Now, what section and what they want to practice in terms of their divinity is up to them. Here, look at my workspace real quick. This right here is because I have two moderation jobs, you guys. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I used to do moderation for Facebook and Instagram. I've seen everything in the fucking world that you can ever imagine. Humans are also fucking demons. Like there's evil and then there's demonic, devilish shit that you can't even imagine, you guys. This is like another thing from Jordan Peterson, you guys. He talked about Nazism. He said that if you think that we're not much different than Nazis, then you're not thinking properly about things. It was regular people, teachers, doctors, construction workers in Nazi Germany that were told to put themselves, they were told they were drafted to be Nazis, right? To help with this extermination of the Jews. They were regular fucking people. After so much time of propaganda, after being around such inhumane things, you start to lose a bit of yourself. If you can't see that every person has the potential to be a monster, to be a demon, you need to open up your mind a little bit more. That lower self, that animalistic part is very real. We are animals. How much of an animal? That's debatable. You are. How much of an animal you are, that is debatable. How conscious, how educated are you? That separates you from your animalistic lower self. He says, so everyone is not excellent, not concerned with becoming excellent or doing excellent things. That is the difference. Some people are really hard pressed to do wrong in a wrong way, while others have done wrong and have sought to correct their behaviors in order to get better results. Two different seeds also mentioned in Genesis, his seed and her seed, the good versus the evil. This is a constant struggle that you are going to be. This is existential crisis in its truest form. The dichotomies of life. You're going through these things. A lot of reasons why people are not getting together, because the entire premise of this conversation was talking about how we can become better, why people aren't seeing men as humans, how you can continue to do the right thing when you're not getting your desires met. Robert Greene, Laws of Human Nature. Read the book. The book, in one of the books, one of the principles is to integrate your dark side. People always want to try to do the right thing and thinking you can do the right thing. You, like when you put in judgments on certain things, like, okay, drinking or smoking, you don't have to drink and smoke. But if you label every fucking person that drinks or smoke as lesser than you, you're wrong. You're actually just as unconscious as the people you say are unconscious. If you look at black people, if you look at Asians, if you look at them and put a blanket term over all those people, then you are as unconscious as so many other people. However, stereotypes have a basis of truth in them because the majority of people exhibit such characteristics. That's where stereotypes come from. And so when you're sitting here putting a label saying all people are animals, most people are animals, okay, the next question should be, okay, well, you know what? To what degree are they animals? What do you mean by the animals, right? It's never just a blanketed term. It's a sliding scale of how much of what you are of something, right? Yes, the dualities, light, day, up, down, good, evil. Enlightenment is rising above the duality. That is what makes us divine beings, to rise above the duality. So you agree. In all essence, I believe, and we could either agree to disagree, or we can debate on this. What is divinity? Where do we get our divinity from? What is it? I believe divinity is our ability to be conscious. It is our ability to be aware of ourselves. God created us in his image. How about this, right? If we were cows, I bet you God would be in the image of a cow. If we were fucking monkeys, God would be in the image of a monkey. If we were dogs, God would be a dog. What we're trying to say is you got to get outside of your own self-limiting beliefs. You've got to understand exactly how limited of a being you actually are. That is where true power comes from. You can understand what you're capable of and what you're not capable of. Creator, source, God, the Most High, whatever you see is higher than you and in supreme control ultimately, not impeached by humans or animal choices. If you want to say we are created in the image of God, what does that mean? Right? First off, it was a man that wrote that. It's not necessarily divine words. It's divine in the essence of the saying has wisdom behind it. It's like saying, be careful what you wish for. It's a saying that has lasted through the years, the millennia of human history, because of the amount of wisdom you can draw from those words. You can take made in the image of God as a literal sense, right? The literal sense of made in the image of God is that God is exactly like us. He has two arms, two legs, one head, all those things, right? Made in the image of God. Another way you can take the image of God is the characteristics of God. What is godly? Creation. The creator. Do we not create? Do we not create art? Do we not, you know what I'm saying? Do we not have dominion over beings? Are we not? Is Kanye actually wrong in saying that he's a god? You know what I'm saying? This is the thing right here, right? You can't always go off of what society says. You got to think for yourself a little bit. Just take it back for a little bit, right? Strip away all of the shit that the narratives that society tells you to put on stuff, right? Likeness. We are creating an image of likeness, right? You're one of those people who takes it of the Most High. So likeness and image, right? You're not religious, but you're familiar with the religious works and religious sayings. What does it mean to be in the likeness, the image, right? The whole purpose of what I was trying to say is that if we were cats, God would be a cat. Is to say that as humans, it's hard to observe a reality that is beyond ourselves. We know we're aware enough that there are things beyond ourselves, but it's still hard to believe something beyond ourselves, right? What if God is actually a fucking eight-legged like ant like alien thing that, what if that is actually God? How would we know the difference? You know what I'm saying? That's and then this is where faith comes in. This is where hope and stuff is it all over the place. All over the place, you guys. All over the place with this. Long story short, when it comes to divinity, people are the whole point of talking about being an animal is to at least be aware of the part of you that is not acting in a higher manner. It's to be humble enough to know that you may not know everything. It's humble enough to understand you could be a little bit different in so many different areas. It's also being humble enough and aware enough to know that other people around you are not like you. Used to be Christian, not anymore. Why not? It's 2:40 in the morning in Dallas, Texas, you guys. I gotta get up in another like 3 hours. I have a big YouTube channel. I discuss these things, but I comment incognito when I find people interesting just to see how people's spirit are before I connect with them. Social media is weird. I think laws of morality is the definitive reason we aren't animalistic. Without that, we would definitely be acting like animals. If you have these conversations, man, I'd love to tune in, chat with you on some things like this, man. Maybe we can chat on some stuff, man. It's like even with this social media thing, man, it's I don't even look at numbers anymore, bro. It's not even about the numbers. Like there are so many people out here who give like amazing content who don't have the numbers behind them. The numbers are people say the numbers don't lie, and sometimes they don't, but god damn it, they still do. They still do, man. They really do. I don't know if you've paid attention or not to what people are saying about the shorts and stuff, but even with TikTok, I got a friend, he's got 100,000 followers on TikTok. You know how much money he's made on TikTok? Do you know what he does with that influence? Nothing. He just dances his ass off on TikTok. He just dances his ass off on TikTok. He said he's made like $400 with 100,000 followers on TikTok. There are people out here who've built a tremendous followings on YouTube with shorts as well, right? Shorts are I appreciate you saying that, Kingdom Light. I truly appreciate that. I found your channel a while ago. Was surprised to see you speaking deeper things tonight. Didn't know you were about that life. Keep going, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna tune into yeah, bro. The my whole purpose of this channel is to show people the dirty, the unsavory, the not so edited realities of life. Everyone has the fucking answers. I don't know if you know Steph is cold, but Steph is cold for instance. He's fucking ripped. He's amazingly in shape. I wish I would have took a screenshot of this one day, but on Instagram, he was answering questions on his Instagram story, and somebody asked him, "Are you natural? Steph is cold." He responded. He said, "Half natty." I was like, "What does that mean? What does half natty mean?" Looked it up on Google. SARMs came up. SARMs are not steroids. They're a lesser version of steroids. And that's what led me on this fucking journey here, you guys. That showed me that people like Steph is cold. Not everyone, obviously, but there are a lot of things that are shown on social media that are not what it seems. Very much not what it seems. The Liver King, for instance. Oh my God, he does he does steroids. He really didn't get that big just from eating raw organs. Oh my God! Wow, what the lies, the deception, and so ever since then, man, we it's so easy to give advice to people, but what about when you actually do it? What does it look like when you actually do it? A lot of people that are successful nowadays, man, they've gotten their success from YouTube. The rich people, you know what I'm saying? I'll definitely be creating a channel the moment I'm done with getting my CPA and finance degree. Seeing you definitely encourages me, bro. Do that shit, man. We need more people to just do it, bro. Like it's not always about the numbers, the money, the numbers. That shit will come. That shit will come. That's why I'm not worried about it too much. But if you expect your success and your happiness to come from a YouTube channel, from social media, that's where so many people fail at, man. That's where so many of our generation fail at. You get your happiness and you get your your value from superficial things that are fleeting day by day. I got to see when I was working at Instagram and Facebook. I don't know if you guys know Etika or not, but the girl that like my girl Exotic Aries, she was in Manhattan going to school with Etika. She went to high school with Etika. He was streaming back in 2011. I saw him. We saw him kill himself, man. He was going crazy. This social media shit, you can't get all of your happiness and derive your self-worth from this shit, man. That's the you know, that's just what it is. That's why even when I'm talking about women and girls, it's like I know that I can't get my entire happiness from a woman that gives me all sexual fulfillment. I can't even get all my true happiness from a woman that gives me affection. The same way I'm trying to tell women stop ruining relationships because your guy wants to have sex with other girls. There's more to life than just that. And if you want to sit here and judge your guy, oh, he wants to have sex with another girl, god damn it. This goes back to the animalistic nature of humans. People want to talk about, oh, you can evolve beyond that. You can evolve beyond your carnal desires. Yeah, we can, but god damn it. You sacrifice a bit of yourself, your being for that. Do you why do people become 40, 50 and then divorce? What, like, you should definitely go back once you finish this video and make a lot of shorts from the things you have said tonight. Like, social media won't make you happy. Social media is not reality. I'll work on it, man. I appreciate it. It's like I said, man. I'm like it's really hard because I'm working three full-time jobs. I have my loan license. I have my real estate license. I'm about to get with EXP Realty. I'm trying to get involved with the National Association of Realtors. I'm joining an R in this in Dallas. Exercise religiously, So it's like it's hard to, I'll get into it, but this is just what I believe, man. And I thank you for tuning in because I will do this forever, you guys. Like this is important. I was a guy, like a lot of guys tune in because I helped them grow their fucking dick. You know why? Because I had a 5-inch fucking dick as a black guy in school and high school. It was hard for me to have sex. It's hard for me. Girls wanted to have sex stuff like that, but I was so subconscious of myself. I should have just did it. Should have just fucking did it. But I tried to find answers about it, and I came on and I try to spread the real shit about it, man. Everyone's so fake. Everyone wants to put their best foot forward. God damn it. How are we any different than a woman that goes to bed with her makeup on? And then you're surprised that oh shit, she actually has a real face. What the fuck? No. If you come into the situation with your real self first, you can establish something actually solid. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I think I'm gonna I'm gonna follow you guys. Hello Payton, Kingdom Light, DreamCon. I'm not, man. I'm not. This is what I try to do. I try to sign up for I tried to sign up for the press pass because when I went to DreamCon 22, I didn't like it. I mean, it was fun. It was fucking fun, but it was so disorganized. And I bought the VIP pass for DreamCon, and I should have just got a press pass. It's like I feel like there's just no point in going to a lot of these things anymore, you know, because I, my priorities are a little bit different, man. I think it's amazing to go to DreamCon. I think it's great to do these things, and personally, my personal opinion, depending on what you are, this may be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like going to something like DreamCon only makes sense if you already kind of have a platform, or if you plan on getting a platform and starting your journey on like influencing or just content creating. That's the biggest thing. You need to go there with the camera. You need to go there with your stuff because you need to start making content. People are so superficial. People are it's like going to a club, man. This is not my channel, just an anonymous page. I watch interesting streams. You have IG. Yeah, man. Reach out on IG. It's the Duke of Hanover. It's the same as my channel here. The thing about DreamCon is that I felt like it was just like going to a club, right? I don't know what state you live in, but if you go to like the bar or club, it's just like people are drinking. Yeah, you could possibly find a girl to connect with, a guy to connect with, but it's like it's just not as fulfilling to me. And so if DreamCon, unfortunately, is a lot about clout. If you don't come with a group of people that you're already like established with, it's actually kind of isolating. There are not a lot of, and this is where a lot of people fail at. This is where a lot of fucking influencers fail at, man. This is why like I have such like they fail to integrate programs to connect like-minded people with each other. I know what you're saying. Well, they're already creating DreamCon. That's already bringing people like-minded together. Yes, it is. How much further do they have a responsibility to make sure everyone is actually integrating together? It's debatable. But this is something where I feel like, as someone that has gone to a lot of these different things, I feel like it could be done a little bit better. And what could be done a little bit better is the networking, the opportunities for socializing. Yeah, you guys are all going into this area because you guys all like anime. You guys all like dressing up and shit like that. You guys, but after that, beyond that, what is common between you guys? What's gonna keep you guys from like how are you guys gonna continue to establish longer relationships? Otherwise, you're just spending $700-800 to hang out with other, which I'm it's debatable. It's debatable because it was a good experience to have. I went to their very first DreamCon that they ever had when it was in Waco, Texas. I have the pictures. I took pictures with all of them. Mark was just walking around. He was just walking around buying stuff from the vendors. The very first DreamCon, Caleb City was there with his that Katney Kitney girl, the little Asian girl. Caleb City, they were just regular people. King Vader was there, just regular people, you know what I mean? And it was cool. It was fucking cool. But now they're all Hollywood, and I understand they gotta be. They gotta be. It's a lot. They got a tremendous amount of clout around them and stuff like that. But if you're a regular person like myself, I think you gotta find a way to make it worth it more than just sightseeing, right? Yeah, you get to look at the good cosplays and stuff like that. But even the social media panels, I didn't post those on YouTube. I might post those now. But the social media panels, they had like other YouTube channels. They had another guy that had like a million followers on TikTok or something. He had his own little panel. They had a bunch of other influencers have their own panels to talk about what it means to socially create and stuff like that. And they were not giving actionable advice. They just weren't doing it. He said, "I'll let you know how it goes. Maybe there's been some improvement. Gonna be cosplaying as Kung Lao. Will be promoting myself in networking." Fuck yeah, bro. That sounds lit, actually. Nah, that sounds lit. Now it's like, see, you're gonna have a good time, man. I'm not. Don't let anything what I'm saying make you feel like you're not gonna have a good time, man. It was fun as fuck, bro. It was so damn fun, so fucking fun. I think what I would have done differently is I definitely would have try to like either set up a party or what they call it. I just saw this video. There's mockers and then there's schmoozers. There's the people that create events for people to socialize in, and then there's the people that just go to them. If you could find a way to create things for people to go to, you will never run out of, opportunities. You will never run out of, like, you will never feel like you're wasting your time. And so if that's something you could do, and it's not easy to do because you got to put yourself out there, you got to be willing to be rejected. When I took this camera that I'm streaming on right now, I it was amazing because I just took the camera. I didn't have a press pass, but what I decided to do was I just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna make this worth it. I took my camera, I just went to the front by the stage, man. I just went to the stage, like right next to all of them. I didn't want to sit in the I didn't sit in the stands. You can look at the videos. It's on my channel, but I literally just took the camera and I pretended to be pressed. It's not that I pretended, I just did it. You just got to do things sometimes, man. You don't always think about, oh, is someone gonna do this. A lot of times people aren't gonna say shit about it, but even if they do, just be upfront about it. Be like, you know what, hey, I just wanted to make the most out of this opportunity here, and if they don't like that, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere else to do it. But I think you're gonna have a great time at DreamCon, man. And once you do get your channel and stuff like that, bro, tune in, man. Let me know. I would absolutely support you and stuff like that, man. Another thing, King Vader was walking around, and a lot of those people, man, they were walking around. Um, I saw King Vader like several times, and um, King Vader's cool. He's cool, man. If you have the opportunity, give him a chat, man. I think he's going through some stuff, man. I'm not even gonna lie. But a lot of these guys they act a bit Hollywood. You know what I mean? They act a little bit better than, but don't let that deter you. You know what I'm saying? Um, but also don't come with expectations when you meet these people, bro. Like, I don't know what you're expecting of them, but don't expect much. Like, they're not gonna promote your shit. They're not gonna like connect with you for the most part. But who knows? They might. They just might. So, um, I think that one thing that I try to do was I try to connect with other smaller, like content creators, but it's a clout competition, man. Like, I'm 28 now. I don't know how old you are, but the crowd, you're with Gen Zers. It's a lot of Gen Zers, man. They're humans just like me, not really a person to get starstruck. Yeah, but they're. I don't think you're like. That's just the thing, though. It's like they know they're cool. You know what I'm saying? And so they kind of look at, some people did. Caleb City, for instance. When I first met Caleb, when I first met King Vader, I actually, when I first met King Vader, actually, we did the little dance that he was doing in his skits. I had the video of it, and when I met Caleb City, we actually had a conversation with Caleb. I had a full blown conversation with Caleb, man. This was 4 or 5 years ago. Nowadays, man, you can't do that shit, man. They don't they're just not the same. They're just not the same, man. You know, and it's I don't know, man. Maybe clout does that to you. Maybe you have to be like that, but you know, I don't know. And 33, yeah, you're definitely gonna be. Um, I don't say, like, I don't like this idea of being old. I don't like the terms of old. Old is is a Western thing, right? Other, like Eastern countries and Eastern philosophy, especially in Asian cultures, they have a very healthy relationship with aging. Here is a little bit different, right? So the majority of the age of people at DreamCon are going to be like 18 to 24, 18 to 25. And so a lot of those people there are not there for the networking the way that you or I would be going. They're looking for the lit people. They're looking for the clouds, right? Sometimes you'll come across the Gen Zer that is a bit more aware, a bit more ahead of their times, but a lot of them are, there to, and you'll be surprised, man. There's gonna be a lot of OnlyFans chicks there. I hated it, man. I like it. It sucked because you know, DreamCon and anime and stuff like that, it used to be a safe place to go to where, you could once again just connect with like-minded people, have the good conversations and stuff. But now, you know, shit, even you could even probably find a nice little girl, a nice girl that is similar to things that you like. But now, a lot of girls have caught onto the game that they can monetize a lot of. They know that guys that like anime and guys that like Japanese culture, a lot of them are simps. I'll just put it straight up like that, man. I followed a couple girls that their cosplay fits were fucking fantastic, and they also had popping OnlyFans. You know, they set up booths for guys to get on their hands and knees so that they could sit on them. You know, there were a lot of guys getting on their hands and knees and letting these girls sit on them. You know, like I mean, to each their own, right? So it's but if I think if they do another one next year, I'll go to the one next year. I'll go to the one next year. But as of right now, I just mm, you know, I don't know. If that's their bag, go for it, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They found a way to get to it. You know, so but I mean, you're gonna it's fun. It's definitely an experience. I think that go with your business card, man. Go with some kind of business card. Put like your QR code on a business card. You can go to Vistaprint, print out some basic little business cards for like $20. Get 100 of them things. Just hand them out if you're really about that life or something like that. It's there's a lot of events to go to. So even when it comes to socializing, man, I'm gonna tell you, like it's exhausting because if you plan like your day, you're going to there's gonna be a lot of events that you're gonna want to go to, and then there's gonna be a lot of people that you want to talk to, and so you got to learn how to balance that a little bit. If they do have social media panels, I would highly suggest going to those because a little education, at least you're gonna get a little bit of something from it, right? I'll tell you one thing that I wish they would have said at the social media panels. They didn't really say much on how to grow, but if you want to grow on social media, if you really want to grow, you've got to integrate yourself into the popular topics. You've got to infiltrate the search engine results. Whatever the best way to start is to just already make the content that you like to watch, right? The best way to start getting views and stuff like that is just to follow. What do they say? If you want to make money, follow the money. If you want to get views, follow the views. If you want to get attention, do what's getting the attention. Just don't get caught up in it. Don't lose yourself in trying to get the clout. You know what I'm saying? I have almost 700 videos on this channel because I do what I want, and I try to make you know content that is good for people, but I don't want it to. I don't try to burn myself out. You know what I'm saying? The last thing that you want, which I see a lot of people do, is they build up massive followings and then they just stop because they're burnt out. They don't like the platform that they built. They've changed. But if you can make a platform about you, that's already about you changing, about you improving and growing and shit like that. Look at Gideon. Do you think Gideon's gonna be able to do the same shit when he's 40? You know what I'm saying? Granted, he's got the following that he could turn it into like a talk show, reaction show, some shit like that. But long gone are those days, right? If you want to put yourself out there, be like that one guy that goes to all the public spaces and smokes weed and shit like that. You guys, you can do shit like that, but it's like, what's the? Like, I think of social media like drug dealing, right? You want to or doing illegal shit, scamming. You don't expect it to be sustainable for a long time. Now, you may look up and be a Pablo Escobar or some shit. You can be like a Moist Critical. You know what I'm saying? Um, and whatever you make, whatever you do, you said, be easy, bro. Stay focused and place your energy in the right place. Include yourself. Rest once in a while. Gotta sleep to wake up for the gym and catch a flight to LA. Attend the WrestleMania. Oh man, that sounds lit, bro. You should post that, man. You should post it, bro. I'm gonna follow you, man. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel and stuff like that, man. That sounds lit, bro. You enjoy your time too, man. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have fun. Have fun out there, man. Be easy, bro. I'm probably about to get off too, man. It's late. So, anyways, man. Yeah, I'm out. Anyways, I'll see you guys later, man. Thanks.